Picture this. You're naked, tied between two wooden boats. The Persian sun is burning your skin. Honey drips down your face. Milk covers your body. And they leave you there for 17 full days alive, while insects consume you from the inside out. Your own waste becomes your tomb. Maggots make their way through your body while you're still breathing. And the worst part? You can't move, can't escape, and you can't even die. This isn't a nightmare. This is Scaphism, the most terrifying punishment the Persian Empire ever invented. And today, you're going to hear exactly what that agony was like. Because the real story is far worse than you can imagine. Stick around, because what you're about to discover will change the way you see the word torture forever. That punishment has a name: Scaphism. It was so horrifying that when Greek historians first documented it, people thought they were exaggerating, that no civilization could be that cruel. But the Persians were, and they perfected it. While the Romans crucified you and finished the job in hours, the Persians kept you alive for weeks. Conscious, aware, watching yourself slowly break down. Only one name survived in the historical record: Mithridates, a Persian soldier who betrayed his king and lasted 17 full days in this hell. Today, you're going to understand exactly why he begged for death on day 17 and why they refused. And before we start, if you're interested in these stories that nobody else tells, support me with a like and subscribe. That's it. Now let's enter the Persian hell. Scaphism. A name that sounds almost poetic until you understand what it means. The Achaemenid Persians, the most powerful empire in the ancient world, didn't need to kill quickly. They had something far more valuable: time. And they knew how to use it as the ultimate weapon. While other civilizations sought efficient death, the Persians perfected death as spectacle, as warning, as pure terror, and Scaphism was their masterpiece. Plutarch and Ctesias documented it with chilling details. This wasn't rage or improvised revenge. It was a carefully planned protocol, step by step, calculated to stretch every second of suffering to its absolute limit. It worked so well that enemies would rather fall on their own swords than risk capture. The word Scaphism comes from the Greek scaphe, meaning anything scooped out or hollowed, like a boat or a coffin, and that's exactly what they used. 2 boats, 1 victim, and a death so slow and so methodical that it became legend. Even other ancient civilizations looked at it and thought, that's too far. But for the Persians, it was justice and a warning written in flesh and agony. Imagine you're Mithridates. You betrayed the king. They strip you naked, force you between 2 small wooden boats with only your head, hands, and feet exposed, and tie them tight. You're buried alive in your own filth. They smear you with honey and milk, force you to swallow more until you vomit, then drag you to a swamp under the scorching sun. The insects have already smelled you. The science was diabolical. Honey attracts flies and wasps. Milk mixed with waste creates the perfect breeding ground for larvae. Forced feeding keeps you alive and producing waste for days. The boats are designed to keep you conscious for weeks, not days, so the message spreads. Day 1 and 2. Flies swarm your eyes, mouth, and wounds. Your skin blisters and burns. By day 3 to 4, diarrhea fills the boat and the first larvae hatch. Crowds gather to watch like it's entertainment. Day 5 to 7. Larvae move under your skin and into every opening. You smell your own body breaking down while the executioners keep feeding you. Day 8 to 12, you're no longer human, just a living colony for thousands of worms. Your mind shatters, but they keep you hydrated and conscious. By day 10, gangrene sets in and the smell becomes unbearable. Even executioners begged for transfers and developed PTSD from the screams. Day 13 to 17, Mithridates endured the full record. By day 15, he could only moan. His eyes were damaged, lips rotted, extremities black. On day 17, he begged for death. They waited one more day. When he finally died, they burned the boats. Plutarch wrote that his body was swarming with worms inside and out. He was disposed of like waste. The Persians didn't invent this in rage. They designed, tested, and refined it over generations to create the ultimate deterrent. 17 days wasn't luck. It was the expected result. Roman soldiers chose suicide over capture. Greek spies carried poison. The fear shaped entire wars. One punishment changed how civilizations fought. That's not just cruelty, it's psychological warfare perfected. Could you have lasted 17 days? Mithridates did, and he begged for death. The Persians were proud of it and made sure history remembered. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think punishments like this prevented betrayal, or did they just prove power corrupts? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this video showed you something new, hit like and subscribe to Crown and Dagger. The Persians wanted Scaphism remembered forever. They got their wish. But now you know the truth. Some empires conquered with fear,